Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, March 27, 2018, and it is 6:43 p.m. in Birmingham. Topic, had to put up a giant question mark here. What is going on? You see that the United States expelled 60 Russian diplomats, regardless, ambassadors or whatever they had over here. That may have been all of them. I'm not sure. UK expelled a large number of them, and other countries are following suit. Countries that didn't even have a dog in this hunt. Something's going on. Now, the reasons that's put behind this is that our country is, our ambassador to Russia is ticked off at Russia and vice versa, but they're putting behind it all the poisoning of a Russian spy and a UK spy, Russian man and a UK woman that were either married or very involved with each other, but this is what spies do. But I'm here to say I do not believe this is the reason of the expulsion. I don't buy it. I believe something else is going on. And remember the drone shot by Iran from Syria. And within seconds of it crossing the Israeli border, it was shot down by an Israeli attack helicopter, Apache. I have multiple questions just on that statement, but the biggest is, how was that helicopter able to shoot that drone down within 3 seconds? Number two, okay, he shot it down. They're good. Their alert system is alert the way it should be, and it's deadly accurate. But how did they know to have that helicopter in a specific place at a very specific time in order to do this? I believe there was prior knowledge that this was going to happen, and who gave them that prior knowledge? I'll have to say maybe God. I don't know. But very good spies, spy work, they find out these things. But the price that was paid was heavy. There were 4 platoons, I say platoon, there are 4 areas in Syria that were taken out where known Iranian drones could easily be launched from, and where they had drones on site. That killed a lot of Russians. Just like our Blackwater, it was Russia's Blackwater that it killed. And Israel took out 8 more inside Iran. I don't know how many people were involved in that. But when you factor that in, Iran drew first blood. And with that, Israel cannot rest until they know that this is going to be put down quickly. And I believe that something is really coming up, because expelling their diplomats, their ambassadors, and as far as where Nikki Haley stands, I don't know if she even said anything about this. I know that she did speak about the excessive bombings that went on inside Syria around Damascus, so much that they were even taking out the supplies going in to help these Syrians at 20 raids per day on the average. They were supposed to give 4 hours between bombing runs so that they could get aid in. Well, they're not only stopping the aid, they're killing the ambulance that's taking people out to hospitals and other towns. They're bombing them. This is Russia doing this. Nikki Haley said to the UN, "You're supposed to be peacekeepers and all this." She said, "Where are you? You have not spoke up. You're being silent through all this." This alludes to something bigger than just the biblical, when it talks about Damascus will be removed from the face of the earth. Damascus is very close to being gone now. But let me take you somewhere else just for a moment. We have roughly 2 months until the completion of the 70th year, or the entering the 70th year of a generation of Israel. We have a Good Friday. This is a day that Christ would have been nailed to the cross, the 30th of this month, and today's the 27th, so 3 days from now. And then you have Saturday, 31st, then you have the third day, Sunday, Passover, Easter, the day that Christ would have risen. A lot of people are saying we won't see that day come. I disagree with that. But let me tell you some of the other things that's on my mind about this. Now, first, reading 1 Thessalonians 5:3, "Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape." This, in my opinion, is talking about midway through the tribulation, 3.5-year point, where the Bible tells them, if you're in the field working, drop what you're doing and flee to the hills. If you're inside the house, stop what you're doing, leave and run. If you're on the house, don't take anything with you, get off and run. Because sudden destruction comes. This is when the Antichrist, false prophet, fully goes after Israel and Judea. Now, I'm not adhering this verse to the Ezekiel 38 war. What I am saying about the Ezekiel 38 war is it's more likely that it could come up soon, opposed to the Thessalonians 5:3 behind you there, or in front of you there. And let me tell you why I'm leaning this way. Because in that day, not even the United States will be an ally to Israel. Clearly in the Bible, no country stood with God's people. We are friends today. We'll be there in a heartbeat to help Israel. Just hands down, we'll be there. Unless there was something major that happened within our country that would prevent us from being by Israel's side if they chose to take out some more batteries inside of Iran. We'll do that. We'll be there with them, and you know we will. However, if, and I see this, I have been seeing this more, it's like dominoes. You start off and you got a row where there's only one in a line, then you hit a row that's got two in a line, and then you hit a row that's got three. Well, the grand finale is coming to a close. You got three lines of dominoes coming to an end. And at the end, there's dead silence. In other words, that silence that you hear is there's no one responding to help Israel in the scrimmage that's about to go on or that is going on at this time. The only thing that would prevent us from doing that would be a major nuclear attack on our country that would hold us hostage, an EMP on our country that would render us useless, or remove the church from the United States. If you remove the church from the United States, then Israel will have no allies in the United States. Very few, but those who are left behind are not Israeli allies, not in the least. I just want to make you aware of something stinks out there, guys. Something is up, something is wrong. What is it that they know that we don't know, that we're not being told? I gave you the best I've got right now, and I don't know if it will be that. I am clueless, but I'm just telling you, something is going on other than a minor expulsion of diplomats from one country to another. Even Russia didn't rush in and start expelling Americans. I think as of today, they may. The complete expulsion of all diplomats from every country back to the country of origin would mean that there's about to be a war. And if that's the case, then this will be a war that'll bring the Antichrist onto the scene. And if the Antichrist comes onto the scene, he comes because the church has left. He cannot come to power until the restrainer has been removed, and the restrainer is the church. I don't mean just the United States, but everywhere there is a church, they have a restrainer. When they're all removed, nothing restrains the Antichrist from coming to power. Keep that in mind. That's just a host of questions unanswered right there. And leave it to anyone's guess as to what's going to happen, and just may happen really soon. Jody Wolf Expoz.